I guess Rita.
So let's just keep it simple for a question on here, just firing off. What has been your first impression?
That's quite a bit, right? It's just a key shot, but
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in the same place as most teams in America right now. You know, everybody believes they had a great summer, which I honestly believe that. I like the camaraderie of the team and how we've grown together. And so many new faces. I mean, 70 new faces for this roster. It's kind of the new age of college football. So just finding ways for these guys to connect at a deeper level and get to know one another a little bit better so they can sacrifice on the field for one another. But day one, energy was great. I've never been a part of a football program where day one energy wasn't high flying, everybody getting around to the ball. And so consistency will be the main message throughout this camp. And when we get tired and when it gets mundane, and you know, you get a little bit mentally frustrated at times, it's how can we push through and continue to be mentally tough.
Having that many people obviously come to this challenges is compared to last week, how you implement, like, what's your first initial, like, first world?
Yeah, I think we've got a good core of guys coming back that have played a ton of football for us around here, which is very stick for us. This one is a good leadership council right now that can kind of lead the way and knows how to practice, you know, what our expectations, what our standards are around here. But I think just for us to grow and bring these young guys along, I mean, between freshmen and sophomores, we have 52 of them right now. And so we'll be counting on those guys to play meaningful snaps for us. And so we got to do a great job in camp as far as getting those guys ready to play. And so, you know, I think the biggest difference in this team, just from a physical aspect, we're so much bigger than we were last year. That was something we wanted to accomplish through recruiting this year. We were able to hit the portal hard. And just holistically across the board, we're a lot changing football team right now, which will help us, I think, win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
And how does that interact with your relationship thus far for you and moving towards when you'd like to get you guys in cases, so people don't seem to kind of drill them?
It's been fun. You know, Jet Duncan's a guy that's played over 2,000 snaps for us here, and he's our center on the offensive line. He talks to everybody. He's a vocal leader. It's been really fun to watch Chandler Morris step into a leadership role. I think, you know, he's been around. I think that he's proven himself at different spots. And so to watch him come in this summer, step into the role, to really connect at a deeper level with his wide receivers and running backs, has been really fun to watch. And then on the defensive side, I think it starts up front with Rod Brown, you know, a 3-year starter at nose guard for us, had an unbelievable season for us last year. Knows that we got to do a better job stopping the run this year. He's taking that personal. And you can see those leadership qualities come out each and every day. And then Jordan Brown's a guy, our middle linebacker. And so I think, you know, between those four guys, vocally watching the way they handle themselves in practice, the way they're leading some of the youth on our team has been impressive so far.
How much have you guys emphasized the physicality up front, especially on defense, to even out what you guys are able to reach?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big challenge for us over the course of over the course of the offseason is we got to stop the run. And that's been said to I'm blue in the face, to our defensive coordinator, Coach Capone's blue in the face. We understand that. We take that challenge. We know people are going to put tight into the game and try to establish the run. Until we prove we can stop it and earn the right to defend the pass, that's going to be our main focus through the course of this camp. And so, and then on the other side of the ball, I think running the football is paramount to winning championships. And so those are two things that we preached over the course of the offseason, and even yesterday in our initial meeting were big parts of what we need to do as far as establishing the line of scrimmage, stopping the run, and running the ball on offense. So it'll be a physical, competitive fall camp. So we're excited to get after it a little bit.
Anyone in particular that is kind of you're expecting something to break out, if you will, in wide receiver ring?
You know, interesting enough, we have a tight end, Oscar Hammonds, who's been phenomenal so far throughout spring and summer, in both a blocking role and also catching the football. Really excited what he brings to the table. And we're bringing back 3 starters in Blair Conwright, Damon Ward, and Landon Side. And so to figure out the guys that are kind of behind them right now, I think Jeremiah Aaron is the guy that's flashed over and over the course of the offseason, has a great elite speed on the outside, and hoping he can take over, you know, some of the things that we've missing from last year.
Coach, could you speak on kind of that race going on right now? Granted, there's some development into that year. Just how that's set.
Yeah, I think you know, Chandler got all the reps with the ones today. I think he's shown this summer that he's more than capable of running this offense at a very high level. You can just tell, I mean, his savviness. He grew up in a football family. He understands the scheme. He's been in similar schemes. I think the maturity is the biggest thing that stands out to me when you watch him. The way he prepares, the way he operates a huddle has been something that's been a awesome, pleasant surprise for us.
And the bringing someone at TCU, was that kind of in that thought process of bringing someone that is familiar with?
No, I don't think so. I think just with our quarterback room right now and the youth in our quarterback room is anytime you can get a little bit of experience in it, that's been able to play at this level and go through installs and see these defenses is something that you continue to try to find those guys that even if they come in and they're a great backup and can be a sounding board. I think him and Chandler have a great relationship already, and so excited to he got here late, and so we'll have to kind of catch him up and bring him up to speed as far as the offense.
Just what are your overall thoughts on the way things transpired the first shift?
Yeah, great energy today. Like I told the guys after practice, I've never been a part of a program or the first day of a practice, and that starts junior high, high school, all the way into college, that there wasn't great energy on the first day. And so for us to be able to sustain that is going to be a challenge. And I think, camps are meant to be physically exhausting. And so for us to be able to be consistent day in, day out, continue to work through the aches and the pains that come along with playing a physical game like football, be paramount for our success and continued growth.
Yeah, with such a young roster, coach, just your strategy for trying this early in the season, it's like, how did that kind of change? That's good.
Yeah, I think just getting more reps. I think today we went out two-spotted a lot more, so really want to give a good look to all these young guys. And so having 52 guys on the roster that are either freshmen or sophomores here is we got to continue to maximize the reps and really expose them to different looks out here and see what their skill sets are, what they're good at and what they're deficient at. And so we'll continue to do that, but we got almost double the reps today as far as two-spot, and our ones and twos are together outside, and our threes and fours are together inside, just to be able to double up and really get a great look. And we'll go back to film. Film study will be great for us and great for us to coach off of as far as figuring out, how kind of this roster starts fitting out.
Was it good to see Landon back out there and how's it going?
Yeah, Landon's as tough as they come. Just a super tough football player. I think he's wanted to make this recovery even faster. We kind of had to help hold him back a little bit. I think everybody saw a glimpse, the last 5 games just of what he was able to do. Extremely strong runner, great route runner, has strong hands. And so, I think the sky's the limit, and we'll slowly work him back into it. He tried to sneak on the field 2 or 3 times. I had to stop practicing, bring him out, which I love his attitude and outlook on what we get out there and work, but we got to make sure that he's healthy first and foremost.
Injuries from a better place this year as a program.
Yeah, I think depth-wise, there's no doubt about it. Watching how many people we have, looking at the defensive line room, and looking at the size, looking at the safeties out there and seeing the size, seeing the tight end room and how many more bodies and how much size we have, how much bigger we got up front on the offensive line. So, yeah, I think, from a depth perspective, yes, but at the same time, there's so many guys that haven't played football together on this team with so much newness coming to this program. And so this camp is going to be a big telling part on who we're going to be able to trust to put out there in a month or so when we fly to South Alabama.
How does this team compare right now at this point in time compared to your last year's team?
Yeah, I think the depth is the biggest thing, and being able to trust, the first, we got 3 deep that we feel comfortable putting out there and being able to execute what we want to do schematically on both sides. And so, like I said, there's still a bunch of unproven players on this team. And so we'll continue to find out who's mentally and physically tough enough to day in, day out, be a guy that continues to show us that consistency. But, that'll take time, and I'm excited to watch it transpire, though.
Any surprises in the first day of practice for you at all?
No, I don't think so. We'll go back and watch film here in a little bit. Great to see the guys out there competing. I thought our competition, in our couple competition periods we had was high. There was guys flying around. I thought we practiced a lot smarter than what we did a year ago, as far as just staying off the ground, understanding this is our teammates, get our work done, but let's try to protect each other at the same time. So overall, extremely pleased of the attitude, the effort, and the professionalism that they played in today.
Yeah, Coach, you brought in multiple offensive linemen from the portal this offseason, Mekhi Lee, Landon Peterson, Jasper Law. What have you seen from them and the rest of the offensive line so far?
Yeah, it's been fun to watch those guys, and I think offensive line is a group you need to figure out a little bit sooner than other positions because you need them to gel together and kind of play as one, and I think they get comfortable playing next to one another. And so, we'll mess around here with the first couple weeks at some different lineups. I think Landon Peterson brings great versatility. He can play tackle, he can play guard. He's played 1,000 snaps in the Big 12, and so someone that has a bunch of experience. He's been awesome as far as a leadership role. Makai Lee, same thing. Playing left tackle for us right now with the ones. Thought he had a great day. Has done a great job, changed his body this offseason, adding a lot of strength to his lower half. He's super long, super athletic. You just got to be able to get a little bit better in the run game and be able to sit down some more bull rushes. So, yeah, really, really happy. And then, have a couple guards in there that we've had as far as Paula in there, Leke, that have played meaningful snaps here that got to continue to come along.
What is the goal you set for yourself as a coach after having one full season here at North Texans?
Yeah, I don't think there's any game that we're going to walk into not expecting to win it, and that's how we're going to approach it starting today. And so I think last year it was a season of close, and I hate close, and to be able to go through a season like that where you have 8 one-score games, it still haunts me to this day, just thinking about the different scenarios and situations that came up at the end and could have changed the course of some of those games and won 7 or 8 of them. But the fact of the matter is we weren't tough enough to pull it out in those situations. And so, I think, now understanding what this conference looks like, playing against some of the top tier teams in this conference in Memphis, Tulane, UTSA, is we kind of know what we're up against, and I like the squad we have going into the season.
Coach, compared to the fall, what are the biggest points of progression that you've seen compared to spring? And then where are some areas of need that still need to be improved on?
Yeah, I think we have to come together and continue to tackle in space on the defensive side of the ball. I think that was a big Achilles heel for us in this defense. Your safeties have to be awesome at coming downhill and kind of being a linebacker type guy at times. And then even our perimeter players and our corners have to know that they're going to have to be in the run fit at times and fit the runs. And so I think year 2 in this scheme, you could tell we had a lot more comfort in it. Our players knew where to be. They were there a lot faster today, and so once we do start tackling it, it's going to be something that's a huge emphasis for us, right? I thought offensively we started slow too much last year. It was something where we waited around, and we'd have these huge explosions, in the second, third, fourth quarter, whenever it was. And so I think just the consistency and being able to start fast and go out and dictate the tempo of the game from jump.
Yeah, and then today also marks a month away from South Alabama. Just what are your thoughts about how prepared your group is, and your thoughts and feelings about that matchup?
All 3 of our FBS opponents all won their bowl games last year. So, that's something that if we look ahead and don't take any of it serious, like shame on us, as a coaching staff first, as me as the leader of this program, and then our players as well. So we have to be committed to the process. We need this whole entire month to be able to prepare and put ourselves in a position to be able to go out and compete in those games. And so I'm a process guy, so we'll continue to buy into the process and continue to get one day better each and every day. And then hopefully here in 3.5 weeks, I'll be able to answer that question a little bit better.
Yeah, you also brought in a number of linebacker transfers as well. Just curious what you saw out of them today and the rest of the returning linebackers.
Yeah, I think, the big thing is we have all 3 of our starting linebackers back. I think, Jordan Brown, Jaden Smith, and Ethan Weslowski, they played a ton of football for us last year. So I think you see them a lot more comfortable in what we're doing schematically and making calls. And so for us, obviously, we want guys that come in and compete with them, but we thought, between that young wave of linebackers we have right now, we need to bring some experience in. And so that's something that we did, bringing JJ in from Iowa State, who has a little bit of a background in this defense. It's been huge for us, super athletic, and then having Whitaker coming over from Oklahoma, just as athletic as anybody in that room right now. Really can run. And so it'll be interesting to see their progressions, especially once we put pads on. It's hard to really evaluate linebackers without pads on until you get those big guys coming downhill and putting their shoulder pads and helmet on you. And so hopefully these next couple of days we can get them adjusted to the system and then really see who's ready to play when we put the pads on. Thank y'all. You have a good day.
You too.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, Chandler, what did you think of your first day of fall camp? What do you think about your new team and everything?
I thought it was good. I thought we made some good plays out there.
Thought offense, we showed flashes, showed glimpses and stuff like that, but just kind of little things we got to clean up, which it's day one. I mean, if we were firing on all cylinders, I'd kind of be concerned. The only way to go is down from there. So good foundation to build off of right now. So it was good.
What's the adjustment been like to North Texas?
It's been easy. I mean, the guys around me have made it easy. They've taken me in, open arms, let me kind of be vocal and be a leader and everything like that. So I've really appreciated them for that. And I stood up, I told them that too. They made my life a lot easier than I expected coming here.
Coach Morris talked a lot about how you moved into a leadership role with this team, which is kind of unusual for a transfer coming in, especially after spring practice. How have you been able to move into that kind of role so quick?
I'd give a lot of credit to Coach Keggins. He's really pushed me. We've had meetings on the side and stuff like that because, I mean, I kind of had to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and kind of get comfortable being uncomfortable and being that vocal leader. I'm always vocal, but I'm more of a kind of pushing each other like on the field, kind of lead by example guy. But I knew that I was gonna to take that next step in my game. I needed to be more vocal and stuff like that. And Coach Keggins really helped me out with that.
Coming from you spent time in Oklahoma, you spent time at TCU. What's the difference, coming down to a Group of 5 level school like North Texas?
I mean, there's not much difference at all. Each program's got dudes, they've got players. I'm confident we've got a lot of dudes on our team that can play just about anywhere, and just they have that confidence that anywhere else. But there's really not that much of a difference.
What kind of comfort level have you found in North Texas? You're with your sister, having been here and having been from the area.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that helps. Being from the area, I knew a lot about the Denton area. Come down here and see my sister all the time when she was working here. So it's been really good, easy adjustment. It just feels like home.
What's your health like? I know that was a big concern for you at TCU and then coming in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100%. My knee's all good. So it's just kind of a little thing. It took about 4 to 6 weeks during season, and I'm all good now.
From what you've seen so far, what gives you confidence this offense can be at the same level they were at last year?
I think the pieces that we brought in. I think kind of at that running back position with Kaika, especially. He's a veteran returning. He's done a really good job, and then we've got dudes on the outside and at receiver as well that we've brought in that are showing glimpses and showing flashes. So I think just got to take it one day at a time. Don't get bored with the process. Just really enjoy it, and we're just keep getting 1% better.
Wouldn't that receiving of each time the most chemistry with some fun?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Blair Conwright, I was with him at TCU. I've been throwing with him for about 4 years now. D Ward especially, they've been doing really good, and Jeremiah J is doing really, really well also. Just trying to get there. It takes reps to kind of get that chemistry down, and we're getting there.
Yeah, how is it like having those guys from TCU carry over, like Blair, for instance?
Yeah, we had Blair and Jasper Lott also. Jasper was actually my roommate at TCU. He's one of them. So it's been awesome. I mean, kind of asking what should I expect, asking them throughout the whole spring, and then once I got here also. So they've helped me out a lot.
What is your biggest focus personally going to the field this year after not having a full season last year with an injury?
Biggest focus is just go have fun. I really just want to get back to the basics, go have fun. You can kind of make it a bigger deal than what it actually is. And at the end of the day, it's just football. It's the game I fell in love with when I was 5 years old. So really just kind of get back to the basics and go have fun. And the fun is in the winning, and I understand that. And just being around my teammates, just enjoying it every day.
You obviously had some background with North Texas coming here, but have there been any surprises since you've gotten here?
That's it. Not really. I knew what to kind of expect with Coach Keggins in the strength program also. Being with him at OU, that helped a lot. But no, not too much. Nothing surprising.
Chandler, is there any aspects of your game that you're kind of trying to improve on before the end of camp?
Yeah, I want to kind of get to my fourth progression. I think there was some times that I tuck the ball and take off a little prematurely, and I really think I could get down to my fourth progression, maybe hit my back and everything like that. And that's kind of been a focus of mine.
Do you have any personal or team goals for this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously we want to go win the conference. That's our goal.
It's known in the locker room. Everyone knows it. And just go win the conference and go win a bowl game especially.
Yeah, I'll watch it for you.
Oh, thanks, Joel.
Thank you.
Wow.
As far as like what was he giving you?
You just mentioned the defense and all sorts.
I feel like that's a big role because I'm in the middle of the defense. I mean, it all starts with me. I mean, if we stop the run, I feel like ain't nobody passing on us. We got 3 deep, so I really want to take that role into like big consideration because if I stop the run, I mean, I feel like we'll win games.
Yeah, just how did the first day of practice go overall as a veteran on this team?
I mean, as a vet and as I've been here, I feel like it was good. I feel like it was a great day. I mean, there was a few mental mistakes. I mean, a few miscommunications here and there. But overall, I feel like it was a great day. I feel like a couple of young guys got some really good reps. They got a ton of reps, actually. They had their own little session. So I feel like it was a good day.
You feel like you started from a good place this year as compared to maybe years past?
Yeah, I would say it's a good place, but I wouldn't like really say it's a good place. I just feel like it's a better team. It's starting now. I feel like the team is together. I feel like the team is bought in. I feel like it's good camaraderie going around.
Is that the big difference, just that you guys are all kind of together and
Yes,
know what's going
that's a
on?
huge difference. I mean, if you walk in a locker room, I mean, no one's diverse. I mean, you see everybody with everybody. Freshmen with seniors, seniors with freshmen. It's everybody everywhere.
Yeah, as a leader on this team, one of the big additions in the offseason was Chandler Morris, who seems to be stepping into more of a leadership role for you guys, which is kind of unusual for a transfer coming in. How has he kind of adapted to being a member of this team and maybe taking a leadership role with you guys?
I feel like Chandler came in, he fit right in. I mean, it wasn't a challenge for him to speak up. It wasn't a challenge for him to get to know people, for people to like listen to him, listen to what he's saying. I feel like he stepped up and played that role well. I feel like he knew what he had to do. He knew what he was coming into. He knew exactly what it was that he had to step into, and I feel like he's taking that role and running with it.
You've been able to drop some weight over this offseason. How do you feel like that's going to help you in this defense next year?
A ton. Just watch.
What are your thoughts on the defensive line room today and how they've kind of progressed in spring?
I feel like the defensive line room improved a lot as far as us being bigger. I feel like last year, it was a little smaller. I mean, we had 3D linemen. I mean, I feel like I was the heaviest at 300, and we had Mason, who was like 245, and then June. He's a bigger guy, but he's a shorter guy. I feel like this year we're going to get some taller guys, some more bigger guys. We got Jake Shipley, about 6'2", 6'3", 260. And we got Terrell Dawkins from South Carolina. He's about 6'2", 6'3", 260. Then we brought in some other guys like Braylon Charles and VJ Brunson. I feel like it's great. I feel like the D-line room is going to be deep this year. I feel like we're going to be 3 deep instead of 2. And I feel like from all 3 positions, all 3 spots, everybody's going to make plays.
A lot of enthusiasm as you guys begin practice for a new season?
Yes, definitely. It's always going to be enthusiasm first day. And no matter where you at.
Is there anyone in that defensive line room that you're saying is what's standing out right now?
Standing out, some young guys. His name's Nate, freshman walk-on. Standing out big time. Will make the bus if he keep practicing the way he practices. Yeah.
You feel like this defense is coming together as you guys come into your second season playing in this scheme?
I do. I feel like everybody understands that if they do their job, it can't be beat. I mean, it was a few games. I say Temple game, everybody was doing their job. If we go back and watch that game, I mean, we was unstoppable. We stopped them on everything they did. So I feel like everybody's starting to understand that, and the coaches is really harping on small details and things like that. So I feel like everything's coming together.
Have you set any personal goals for yourself?
Personal goals. That's like that one. So personal goals. So last year we had 40 tackles. We had double-digit TFLs. We had 0 sacks. So this year it's for at least 5 to 6 sacks. We're aiming for 40-plus tackles. We're aiming for 20-plus TFLs.
Coach said that day one everyone comes out early across the board. How are you able to sustain that throughout the season?
Sustain energy. I mean, it's about bringing it each and every day. I mean, you got to find it within you whenever you don't have it. I mean, that's the big thing that Coach Kagan was talking to us in our leadership program that we've been doing. He's been bringing us up on Tuesday nights, and we've been talking about leadership and how somebody if you don't have that energy, how can you bring it out? That way you can bring the rest of the team along with you.
Yeah, Rod, you being one of the veteran players on the defensive line, how have you kind of mentored the younger guys and the transfer guys coming in so far?
I mean, I just been showing people the ropes. I mean, I'm a straightforward guy. I mean, if you know me, I've been here, I'm straightforward. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. I've just been letting them know the ins and the outs. I mean, being at UNT is not really hard, bro. I just come to work. If you come to work, everything going to fall in order.
Coach mentioned a big priority this year is stopping the run. And that you've taken it quite personally at goal. What could you speak on that?
Oh, yes, I definitely took that personal. I mean, I'm dead center in the middle, so it's a lot of plays that you can run that could X me out of, like, the whole scheme. but it's not a lot of run plays you can run to where I can't disrupt it. I feel like that's the mentality I'm gonna have. If you run a mid zone, I can stop that. If you run inside zone, I can stop that. If you run gap scheme, I can stop that. I feel like I can stop any run that you give me.
Well, Coach talked about it. He doesn't care if somebody throws it for 400 yards on you guys, that you're going to stop the run. That was one of the things he said at the end of spring practice. How do you guys get to that point to where you're just able to stop people in the running game?
By everybody doing their job. I mean, I feel like, our defense is based off you doing your job. So if you do your job, won't nothing else happen. Like, schools was popping big runs on us because one person messed up on their assignment. So if we all are doing our assignment at the same time, at the right time, can't run the ball on us. Can't.
That cool. Thanks, man.
No problem, y'all. Y'all have a great day.